Isaiah. I hope I got the name correct, please. Or Isaiah. Good morning to you. Either or Isaiah Israel. Good morning to you. Happy sweet 16th birthday to you. Coming from Rufan Bopia. Wishing you a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Stay tuned to DBS Radio, the nation station. The news comes up next right here. Keep it locked.
Whether or not you complain, so I want more pay. I need more pay. I want more pay. I need more pay. Things tight. One day I want to own my home. Life is a fight. I like a dog begging for bone. When a man can provide for his clan, you never know. Crime becomes an option. So I want more pay. I need more pay. Ring, ting, 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 ting. Money, 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 money. That is it. That is it. Oh, na, na, na. Okay. Mr. Bossman, publishing to the world of all your profits. Hey, now tell me this, wasn't I not a part of accomplishing it? Boy, working 8 to 5 on your plantation, slaving overtime, no compensation. Inflation rise, never you compromise, still you don't size. I going over and beyond, like a merry-go-round. I want to be financially sound, stop the run around. So I want more pay. I need more pay. Mr. Bossman, pay. I want more pay. I need more pay. Things tight. One day I want to own my home. Life is a fight. People making bomb to pay their loan. When a man can't uphold the family plan, you never know. Crime becomes an option. So I want more pay. I need more pay. Ring, ting, 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 ting. Money, 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 money.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: the Dominica Social Security DSS reporting mixed results in 2024. News from the region this morning: a St. Vincent and the Grenadines parliamentarian raises concerns about a visit to St. Vincent by the president of Taiwan this year. And news from the international scene: 4 female hostages who were released by Hamas, they've returned to Israel. Details of the morning news right after this.
Tune in to Calypso Moments this Saturday on DBS Radio for the Carnival season. 8 a.m. this Saturday on both the radio and our social media platforms. Compliments AC Shilling Ford and Company Limited on National Broadcaster DBS Radio. Calypso Moments. Tune in.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. Our lead story this morning: the Dominica Social Security DSS is reporting mixed results for 2024. Janice Jacques Thomas is director of the Dominica Social Security.
So we continue to see an increase in our contributions, but at the same time, we also continue to see a large increase in our benefit payouts. So it was one of mixed results as usual, where our investment income had to keep on subsidizing our operations. So yes, we are grateful that we saw an increase in contribution income. However, there was also a growth in our benefits expenditure. And that's what we exist for, is to pay benefits. And so we have to make whatever changes that are necessary to ensure that we can continue to pay our benefits. The one expense that we have control over is our administrative expenses, and we continue to keep that way below what the maximum that it can be. So, but as far as benefit expenses are concerned, we operate in order to pay benefits to our various stakeholders, of which our pensioners is the largest percentage. And so we continue to pay. Our pensioners can vow that they continue to be paid on time, but we note that the expenses for benefits continue to grow every year.
And that's the director of the Dominica Social Security, Janice Jacques Thomas. She was a guest on Talking Points this week. Other news this morning, Minister for Tourism, Denise Charles Pemberton, says Dominica has seen the highest increase in visitor arrivals and stayover arrivals in recent time. Her announcement came on Friday.
We're seeing tangible results. Visitor arrivals have steadily increased year after year. In 2024, we received the highest arrivals in our history. 5,758 visitors to our shores. That is a remarkable achievement for our country. This represents 32% more arrivals than 2019 and 14% higher than 2023. In 2024, we also witnessed the highest stayover arrivals at 85,273, an impressive 14% increase over 2023 and 6% over pre-pandemic 2019. And with our continued spotlight on the global stage, we're confident this trend will continue as more people discover our island's beauty and charm.
And that's the Minister for Tourism, Denise Charles Pemberton. Dominicans are being encouraged to support the 14th Phenomenal Caribbean Women's Symposium this morning. The event, which is being held at the Intercontinental Dominica Cabritz Resort and Spa, will take place at 9 o'clock. 4 of the 5 guest speakers are in Dominica and spoke to members of the media on Friday.
My name is Regina Walsh. I'm a mother, a grandmother, and also a widow. I've got 5 lovely grandchildren, and they are my joy. Saturday, tomorrow, I'll be starting with a blank page, but at the end of it all, it will be a masterpiece. So I'm just inviting all the other ladies to take some time, better yourself, come and listen to what we, the Caribbean ladies, have to give.
I'm Dawn Williams, and I hail from the Twin Island paradise of St. Kitts and Nevis. Who's Dawn? I am Kittitian by birth, born of Nevisian parents. I'm mother of 1, a son, and grandmother of 2. So why am I here? I'm here because I wake up every morning feeling amazing and asking myself, who can I inspire today? How can I make this world a better place for just being here? So I'm asking you to come out tomorrow and share that same space and hear how we all got here and why we are here and why we are described as phenomenal women.
My name is Ernestine Theophile Lafont, and your engagement with the phenomenal women on the 25th, that is Saturday, all day from 9 to 6 p.m. will be your path, an additional path to finding out your why, to finding out why you wake up in the morning, why you do what you do, and how you can continue to make it better. And so this story needs to unfold, So I'm not going to unfold it here, but you can well understand that part of my story is helping in some way or the other to fashion a golden girl.
My name is Thea Lafont-Gatson, daughter of Ernestine Theophile Lafont, and I am imploring you to seek out this phenomenal Caribbean symposium as a means of self-care. As women, we are always taking care of ourselves, the hair, the nails, or even with friends, taking care of your spirit. But this weekend, on the 25th of January, 2025, I implore you to take care of your soul. Take care of your core. Use the weekend as a time to really dive into yourself, get to know yourself a little better, and know that whether you join us virtually or physically, you are in a room filled with supporting women who are all there to pour into you. So please, come, join us. We can't wait to have you.
And that's the speakers for the 14th Phenomenal Caribbean Women's Symposium at Portsmouth this morning. The symposium will begin at 9 o'clock. Some very powerful women in the lineup. St. Lucia's Olympic gold medalist Julian Alfred will address the symposium virtually. Of course, the symposium from 9 this morning, it goes into 6 o'clock. The government of Dominica has named Dominica's first Olympic gold medalist, Thea Lafont-Gatson, as its new destination brand ambassador. Tourism Minister Denise Charles Pemberton made the official announcement during a ceremony on Friday.
Thea Lafont-Gatson, daughter of our soil and Dominica's first ever Olympic gold medalist, is officially joining us as a destination brand ambassador. Thea's remarkable achievements on the global stage have brought immense pride to Dominica. Her story of resilience and excellence embodies the spirit of our people and our island. Her partnership with us will further highlight Dominica as not just a destination, but a home of unmatched beauty, strength, and inspiration. From the boiling lake to the vibrant marine life beneath our waters, from the rich culture of the Kalinago people to the longest trail in the region, the Waiti-Kubuli National Trail, Thea Lafont, our new brand ambassador, will showcase the best of what we have to offer. Thea's engagement will focus on our core tourism pillars: adventure, health and wellness, and sustainability, as we aim to amplify Dominica's global reach, celebrating our unique offerings and inspiration to visitors around the globe.
And that's the minister responsible for tourism, Denise Charles Pemberton. Meanwhile, Dominica's Olympic gold medalist and destination brand ambassador Thea Lafont-Gatson says she's honored to now officially promote Dominica on the global scale.
Truly, truly excited. I find it partially just incredible because all I have ever truly tried to do, all that I've strived to do, is to use my athletics to bring glory to Dominica. It is always about making sure that what I consider to be the greatest gem of the Caribbean to be known to the world. And it just so happens that I was able to do it within my passion, athletics. Best of two worlds, right? Best of both worlds. And so that's all I've really been doing. And how lucky am I that I now get to do it officially? I truly believe that Dominica is something special. Beyond the land, beyond the culture, it is truly the people. We are what makes Dominica so vibrant. It is the kindness, the love that we share, and it is the pride that we have in our land. And that is why I'm always so excited to boast, to share, to encourage people to come and discover Dominica. And so today, I am more than excited to start this new journey with everyone here, with everyone on island, to continue to put Dominica on top of that pedestal, hopefully on top, because that's what we want. Now we want gold, all we want is gold, right? Keep putting us on top of the pedestal, to keep encouraging our young people, and to ensure that whatever I do presents our lovely island in the best light possible.
Dominica's Olympic gold medalist and destination brand ambassador Thea Lafont-Gatson. And bouillon artist Gail Twiller John Baptiste says The promotion of Dominica's bouillon music is his main priority as he penetrates markets abroad. Trilogy returned from Trinidad recently, where his music was featured. The bouillon artist spoke to Creole Heartbeat this week.
And it was a very amazing, humbling feeling, that people actually appreciate my work in a place that is a whole new market.
Difficult market to penetrate.
Even difficult is the new word. Yes, and because you have so much people trying to make it. You have so much artists trying to make it. So much artists putting in the time, the effort, spending their money, trying to make it, and they're not bossing. And right now, I see someone else as this huge blessing, not only for me, I see it for Dominica on a whole. Because anytime you say I touch this stage, Trinidad, St. Thomas, St. Croix, Miami, I go in Canada, I go into Guyana, you check, I go in all these different places. I must make it my point of duty to tell these people this is bouillon music and it come from Dominica. And honestly, doing them things, I see the benefits every day. Every day when I do that, I see in more and more. Even in Trinidad, people in Trinidad now know bouillon music.
And that's the bouillon artist Gael Trilogy John Baptiste speaking with Creole Heartbeat earlier this week. The first village carnival for Mass Dominic 2025 will open at Portsmouth later today. Here is the mayor for Portsmouth, Kerry Brady Prince.
This Saturday, the 25th of January, the streets of Portsmouth is going to come alive at 2 p.m. and it's going to be bigger. It's going to be massive. We're looking at many floats on the road, some of which were showcased in Roseau and has come to celebrate with us in Portsmouth Dasper, Dewitt Center. We'll have the Afro Stilt Walkers, JCI Kids Carnival, of course our very own Stranded on the Beach, our young and talented flag wavers of Portsmouth. We'll have Chromos, a big bad Juve event. We'll also be showcasing themselves this Friday, our Mystic Masqueraders, a young group just reviving the aspect of Old Mass in Portsmouth, the Party Squad, our princess contestant from the Paybush Primary School, our reigning bouillon monarch, and the Sakis and Apocabridge Mountain flag wavers, among others. So you can already tell that Portsmouth is going to be vibing, and of course, we're going to have the big bad signal band on the streets of Portsmouth, shaking it up, bringing the streets alive. I mean, really invoking the spirit of carnival in Portsmouth this Saturday.
And that's the mayor for Portsmouth, Kerry Brady Prince. DBS Radio will bring coverage of the Portsmouth Carnival, the opening, today from 2 o'clock on its Facebook page. Don't miss it. We have Milia Joseph Dennis and Leila Langford will be the broadcasters at Portsmouth today from 2 o'clock on the DBS Facebook page. Well, in St. Vincent, the Central Kingstown MP, Sinclair Leacock, says he will consider any visit to St. Vincent and the Grenadines by Taiwan's president in the middle of this year to be interference in the country's politics. Debating the $1.85 billion budget for 2025, the opposition lawmaker said Vincentians are likely to elect a new government this year, and he sees the visit of the Taiwanese president as very concerning. Finally, this morning, 4 female hostages who were released by Hamas earlier, they've returned to Israel. Gunmen and crowds gathered in Palestine Square in Gaza City as the hostages were released. Israel is set to release 200 Palestinian prisoners in return. It is 18 minutes after 7 o'clock. That's news. The sports report comes up shortly.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
The National Bank of Dominica Board of Directors invites all shareholders to Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum, Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at the Fort Young Hotel. Get informed, understanding the annual report and financial statements by facilitator Dr. Robertine Chatterton. Pre-registration is required for shareholders attending the forum online. Visit nbddominica.com or NBD's social media platform for registration links and instructions. Join us as we mix business insights with vibrant culture. NBD's Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum 2025.
And let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with cricket news. The West Indies are hoping for a better performance in the second test with Pakistan as they look to square the series at a game apiece. We now head to the telephone line to join the sports editor, Gavin Richards, who's been following proceedings. Gavin, good morning to you. Welcome to the Sports Report.
Well, good morning, Curtis Matthew, and of course, good morning to the many listeners of DBS Radio. Curtis, has been quite the exciting day so far. Just a handful of overs left in the day's play. And let's see if we can quickly recap how things unfolded today. 17 wickets they've fallen on the opening day so far. The West Indies, of course, they won the toss. They elected to bat first. And just before we get to the scores, the West Indies made 2 changes with Kemar Roach replacing the injured Jaden Seals and Ariel Jango making his debut, replacing Katie Carty. Well, winning the toss and batting first, the West Indies were off to a very terrible start. They were 54 for 8 before Gudakesh Moti, Jamal Warrican, and Kim Rich launched a counter-attack. They got the West Indies to a score of 163 all out. Moti got 55, Jamal Warrican 36 not out, Kim Roach 25, and Kavem Hodge made 21. Well, the spinners for Pakistan did the damage. As usual, Roman Ali picked up 6 for 41, Sajid Khan 2 for 64. So Pakistan in reply, well, they too were in a little bit of trouble at 51 for 4 before Mohammed Rizwan and Swan Shakil restored some order. Pakistan a short while ago were 139 for 7. However, Mohammed Rizwan, he made 49 and Shakil 32. But Jomel Warrican has continued his good bowling so far. Remember, he took 10 wickets in the first test match. He has figures of 3 for 35 so far. Kemar Roach has 2 for 15 and Gudakesh Moti 2 for 42. So the scores at this point in time, West Indies 163 and Pakistan 144 for 7. Pakistan, they're trailing by 19 runs. But it's been quite the exciting test match from the bowling point of view. 17 wickets on the opening day. This is, I would say, even Stevens so far in this encounter. Curtis, before I go, I can also bring you up to date with the latest in the ICC Women's Under-19 World Cup. Remember, the West Indies had their opening match in the Super 6 stage of the tournament this morning, where they were sent to a heavy crashing defeat against Australia in that opening match in Malaysia this morning. West Indies made just 53 runs batting first. So another struggle with the bat for the West Indies. 53 all out. And then Australia replied with 57 for 3 in 10.5 overs. Australia winning that Super 6 encounter by 7 wickets. So West Indies, the next match will be on Monday night when they take on Bangladesh. But it is back to the test match. Of course, like we said, exciting day. 17 wickets so far. Let's see if the West Indies can grab a few more before the end of the day.
Thank you very much, Gavin Richards, the sports editor who is always on the ball. Thank you again, Gavin Richards. Some more cricket news. Karishma Ramharak put in a career best spell to guide the West Indies women to an emphatic win over Bangladesh to take a 2-1 win in their 3-match series in St. Kitts last night. Bangladesh, they batted first. They were bowled out for 118. Ramharak picked up 4 for 12 in 6.5 overs. Zeta James 2 for 15 and Haley Matthews 1 for 19. The West Indies replied with 122 for 2 in 27.3 overs. Kiana Joseph got 39, Deandra Doughton 33 not out, Shemaine Campbell 25 not out. The West Indies won by 8 wickets. Karishma Ramharak, she was named Player of the Match and Player of the Series.
I think it's just, being consistent in the right areas as often as possible. And, for me, it's all about trying to better that every time I go on the field.
You guys come out here all the time plying your trade. You're quite an understated person, but are you excited? What does it feel like? Best ever?
Yeah, not very animated, but I'll take it. I got to beat it again. So, next game, working hard on beating it again.
How satisfied are you and, in fact, the whole team to be able to seal this series here tonight after the scare in the second game?
Yeah, of course. I think the girls are really happy about it. The way we came out and bowled today, I'm sure we're really happy as a group. And, of course, the way the girls batted at the end, it's brilliant.
Well, it's an outstanding performance from you. 8 wickets, an economy of 3.30, an average of 10.25. What have you been working on in your bowling most recently, would you say?
Yeah, I guess, as I mentioned, consistency, trying to hit the right areas as often as possible because it's a ODI, yeah. So, as much as possible to be as consistent as possible, that's what I've been working on.
Meantime, the West Indies women's captain Haley Matthews says it was a good way to close out the series.
Yeah, pretty good. Obviously, coming into this series, we wanted to be pretty successful. So, yeah, just really happy to get that 2-1 win and, yeah, get a victory.
Well, you lost the toss, this toss, but how impressed were you by the work of the bowlers?
Yeah, they were great. I think that's one thing that's probably been a massive positive all series long. The bowlers have been so consistent, and I think it's been so many different people putting their hands up and getting the job done as well, which has been great to see.
We saw a few shots of you there in the dugout with all your teeth on display, smiling happily. How good does it feel to see the team get over the line, maybe without a massive contribution from you?
Yeah, it's great. Obviously, winning the first game really comfortable and then having the hiccup in the second match. I know the girls were for sure hungry to get out there and prove themselves, and they did exactly that. Obviously, Kiana at the top of the order again, and then the way that Shemaine and Deandra were able to finish it just shows what quality players they actually are.
Yes, indeed. Good to get a sighting of Deandra, and probably great for you to see her have a good little knock there ahead of the qualifiers.
Yeah, for sure. She obviously hasn't had the opportunity to play too much 50-over cricket, so it's really good to have her back within the side, but also just flourishing like today, and hopefully that's the start of so many good things.
Haley Matthews, job done here in St. Kitts and Nevis in terms of the ODI series. Qualifiers is your next assignment. Are you looking forward to it, and what's the mindset going into it?
Yeah, for sure. I think now we know who's going to be there, and we're obviously heading into that as a top-ranked team. So, yeah, hopefully we can go in there and stamp our authority and, yeah, get out finishing first.
And that's the West Indies women's captain, Haley Matthews. The West Indies will now get set for the World Cup qualifiers. The Windies will join Ireland, Scotland, Bangladesh, Pakistan and Thailand. The top 2 teams will advance to the World Cup. Some netball news among the schools. Defending champions in the sports division secondary schools netball competition, the Convent High School remained unbeaten as that tournament continued Friday at Windsor Park. The Convent High School under-16 team made light work out of the Portsmouth Secondary School, winning 30-8. Shooting for the Convent High School, Nolise Didier hit 21 from her 25 attempts, and Gregoire had 9 from 14. While for the Portsmouth Secondary School, Stacey Henry made 8 goals from her 8 attempts. Meanwhile, in the under-20 division, the defending champions Convent High School ran over the Portsmouth Secondary School 29 goals to 6. Kenya John made 17 from 22 attempts for the Convent High School, and Monique Edwards added 12 from 20 attempts. Sports coordinator Trevor Shillingford says the contribution of the National Bank of Dominica towards football development on the island must be highlighted. His comments at the opening of the 2025 Sports Division National Bank of Dominica Primary Schools football tournament on Friday. The National Bank of Dominica has partnered for the last 15 years.
Sometime in 2010, we started this journey with the National Bank of Dominica. And I must say, it has been a wonderful one over the years. So much so that almost 15 years later, the National Bank of Dominica is still here with us as our major sponsor. And I must say that this, which initially started as a sponsorship, has actually grown into a relationship. And we are quite happy with the relationship that we have developed with the National Bank of Dominica. And I want to thank the bank for once more coming on board to sponsor this very important part of our football development. So I want to encourage you, young footballers, that what we are looking for in return from you is your very best on the field of play.
And that's the sports coordinator for Dominica, Trevor Shillingford. Meanwhile, marketing manager of the National Bank of Dominica, Michelle Joseph, says the NBD is committed to the program. The National Bank of Dominica has contributed over $250,000 since the start of the partnership.
This long-standing commitment reflects our dedication to youth development and to the communities that we serve. At NBD, we believe in the power of sport to drive positive social change. Our continued sponsorship of this championship is part of our broader environmental, social, and governance (ESG) strategy, which focuses on building a sustainable future for our youth and fostering community growth. Football is more than just a game. It teaches teamwork, resilience, and discipline. As you play over the next few days, know that the lessons you learn here will stay with you both on and off the field. To the young athletes, you are the stars today. Whether this is your first championship or you're a returning player, play with pride, respect each other, and enjoy every moment. Remember, it's not just about the score, it's about the friendships and skills you develop along the way.
And that's the marketing manager of the National Bank of Dominica, Michelle Joseph. Cricket West Indies President Dr. Keisha Shallow says a decision will be made about the Webby report at next month's special meeting of the board, whether or not the Barbados Cricket Association BCA and the Guyana Cricket Board GCB are represented. The meeting is to discuss issues relating to the governance reform, and Dr. Shallow says the show will go on. The Barbados Cricket Association and the Guyana Cricket Board did not attend the Cricket West Indies meeting on December 6 to vote on governance reform, causing the meeting to be adjourned due to lack of a quorum. Both complained that Cricket West Indies had ignored their calls for discussion to review how the president and vice president of Cricket West Indies are selected. The Barbados Cricket Association has proposed a rotational policy for the presidency of Cricket West Indies, but Shallow says that proposal is nonsensical. West Indies head coach Darren Sammy has high reviews for the recently held Cricket West Indies organized coaching symposium in Antigua. The symposium was aimed at enhancing the skill sets of regional franchise coaches while broadening their knowledge to support franchise and international players' development. The symposium was part of 3 high-performance programs aimed at elevating the standard of West Indies cricket. The other 2 initiatives were a specialized high-performance batting spin and a spin bowling camp.
First of all, I think it's a great initiative by Cricket Ops or the director and yourself, just putting this program in place. You know, a new year, 2025, you know, trying to give some direction. I think the core or the future of our cricket relies is first-class cricket, franchise cricket. That's where the next crop of cricketers are coming from. So if you could have all the coaches understanding the direction in which we want to head in all formats, and empowering them with the tools and the know-how and the goals that we are trying to achieve. I think that is a step in the right direction. Having some coaches, you have Shri, you have Amir, there to help guide different areas. It's the coaching symposium, just sitting inside the room, the engagement during the different discussions that we have. It was really pleasing for me to see, and the wealth of knowledge that was in that room and the willingness to participate. It shows me the understanding of what we're trying to do.
And that's the West Indies head coach, Darren Sammy. We're going to run back across to Gavin Richards for an update on the West Indies-Pakistan Test match. Gavin, some more good news for the West Indies?
Well, yes, Curtis Matthew. Some more good news again for the West Indies. Pakistan now 154 for 9. So they're behind by 9 runs. Jamel Warrican continuing with his good bowling. He has figures of 4 for 43. And I must say it's been a very good comeback from the West Indies. 19 wickets on the opening day of play, and that has also equaled the record for the most amount of wickets in a day's play in Pakistan in a test match. And there are just about 2 overs left in a day's play. Maybe the West Indies might be able to get that final wicket and also break the record as well. But the West Indies will be quite happy with how things have proceeded following their showing in the bat. Remember, the West Indies, they were all out for 163 batting first, but the bowlers have managed to bring them back into the game. Pakistan now 154 for 9.
Thank you very much, Gavin Richards. And just before we end, we want to just remind you that the program this morning, Ivona John Baptist Luge and Nigel Francis on the Connecting the Dots program, they feature the Greenhill City Reunion 2025. You will hear a lot about the Greenhill City Reunion. They will feature people like Edgar Burke Jerome he's from out of Dominica. You will also hear from Billy Doctrove, who is a member of that organizing committee, Washburn Coffee, Josette Seraphine Hedrington, and there is also Natasha Henderson, who is the chairperson of that organizing committee. It's all about the Greenhill City Reunion 2025 that will take place in Dominica, in Goodwill. We will hear a lot about that on the program with Ivona John Baptist Luge and Nigel Francis. And just about 8 o'clock this morning, just a little after 8, in fact, we can confirm at 8 o'clock this morning, the Calypso Moments with Carlisle John Baptist, The Gallery, Duncan Stowe, and more. 8 o'clock this morning on DBS, you don't want to miss Calypso Moments, Carlisle John Baptist, The Gallery, and of course, Duncan Stowe. Well, once again, thank you very much, Joseph Adul, for all your great work with the news department this week. Again, we thank you very much. We'll see you in the course of the day. That too is a look at news and sports. Another news package at 1:15. Curtis Matthew saying good morning.
Tune in to Calypso Moments this Saturday on DBS Radio for the Carnival season. 8 a.m. this Saturday on both the radio and our social media platforms. Compliments AC Shillingford and Company Limited on National Broadcaster DBS Radio. Calypso Moments. Tune in.
We have just been listening to the morning presentation of the morning news and sports right here. It's 7:39. A little bit of extended time on news and sports this morning. Let's now bring you the insert of the package. This morning's edition of the insert of the package is brought to you compliments of our good friends at A&A Low Price Center.
A&A Low Price Center in the village of Calabishi offers the best prices for the freshest products ever. One-stop convenient shopping at A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi. For your foods, your everyday needs, snacks, liquor, dry goods, and more. Just about everything located in the flat of Calabishi, directly in the center of the village. Come to A&A Low Price Center on the highway in Calabishi. A&A Low Price Center is family owned and operated. It is fully computerized, VAT compliant, low tow, credit card and top-up capabilities. Stop at A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi today or call 445-7655. Drop us an email at analowprice@gmail.com. A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Visit us today. Just walk in and be happy you did.
All right, just before we get into the insert of the package, some breaking news coming in. Pakistan are all out for 154. This breaking news coming in. Of course, Pakistan are all out for 154. The new record for the most number of wickets on an opening day. 20 wickets on the opening day. The West Indies have a lead of 9 runs right now. So Pakistan are all out for 154, which has now set a new record for the most number of wickets on the opening day. 20 wickets going down on the opening day. Thank you very much to Gavin Richards for giving us that. So once again, breaking news just coming in right here. Pakistan are all out for 154, setting a new record for the most number of wickets on an opening day. 20 wickets falling on this opening day. The West Indies now with a lead, starting with their lead of 9 runs. Thank you once again to Gavin Richards, our sports editor, for that breaking piece right there. Let's now take you to the insert of the package right here. This morning's insert of the package will come from the morning newscast, and of course, where we can tell you that the government of Dominica has named Dominica's first Olympic gold medalist, Thea Lafogatson, as its new destination brand ambassador. The brand ambassador, Thea Lafogatson, says she's honored to now officially promote Dominica on a global scale.
Truly excited. I find it partially just incredible because all I have ever truly tried to do, all that I've strived to do, is to use my athletics to bring glory to Dominica. It is always about making sure that what I consider to be the greatest gem of the Caribbean to be known to the world. And it just so happens that I was able to do it within my passion, athletics. Best of two worlds, right? Best of both worlds. And so that's all I've really been doing. And how lucky am I that I now get to do it officially? I truly believe that Dominica is something special. Beyond the land, beyond the culture, it is truly the people. We are what makes Dominica so vibrant. It is the kindness, the love that we share, and it is the pride that we have in our land. And that is why I'm always so excited to boast, to share, to encourage people to come and discover Dominica. And so today, I am more than excited to start this new journey with everyone here, with everyone on island, to continue to put Dominica on top of that pedestal, hopefully on top, because that's what we want. Now we want gold, and all we want is gold, right? Keep putting us on top of the pedestal, to keep encouraging our young people, and to ensure that whatever I do presents our lovely island in the best light possible.
And that was Dominica's Olympic gold medalist and destination brand ambassador, Thea Lafogatson. Of course, that was the insert of the package. Let's now bring you this morning's edition of the Weather Report on DBS Radio. This morning's edition of the Weather Report. Compliments of the good folks at Big Edge and Flow.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the Weather Report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.